31st. One more day until my Thanksgiving break, and this is not on contract hours. This is before school starts. Today is day 3 of taking my shots, and last night I made myself bleed. I'm not good at giving myself these shots, and I looked down and I had like this blood like just off my belly. It was pretty interesting, but it stopped. So my gosh, today I feel so mellow. Like I'm not excited, I guess, or I don't have like those extra happy energy that I did yesterday, which is fine. I feel normal today. A little mellow, just going, just everything, the thoughts that are in my head with everything, just seems to be extra heavy. And I was kind of thinking about what I was gonna talk about today, because normally it's a pretty, it's been an interesting few days, since the beginning of this, and I didn't really know what to talk about today because nothing really happened today. So I guess I would start today with a little bit about why I am even doing the surrogacy, just to explain why I'm even doing this, and I guess for you guys to get to know a little bit about this journey. So first of all, I'm Hmong, and it's a type of Asian, and the generation that I grew up with, we were supposed to get married when we were really young and have kids. Like, that's what my whole purpose was to get married and have kids. I was supposed to make kids. And so it was a lot of pressure of having kids and make sure that you have a boy, and otherwise you would be no good. So with all of that pressure, and I don't think it was society that put the pressure on us females, us Hmong females. I don't know, for me personally, I think I put the pressure on myself. So I remember when I was 16 years old, I went to go stay with a cousin, and my nephew and his wife, I know this is weird, but in my culture, my nephew and his wife just got married. I was 16. They just got married. I think they were like 18, 20. And they don't know this story about them and about how it changed my life. So this is the first time. I've never really even told them yet. But so they just got married. It was like 3 months. And I was there, and we wanted to go to Six Flags. So Saturday morning, his wife was really excited about Six Flags, but she was like, well, I could be pregnant, so let's get a pregnancy test. She got a pregnancy test and went to the bathroom, and we were all excited. So if she was pregnant, we weren't gonna go. If she wasn't, then we could go. She went to the bathroom really excited and came back out and was like, okay, we can go. And I don't know, it wasn't like a relief of let's go. It was like a disappointment of, okay, well, like she wanted to be pregnant, but at the same time, it was okay. And so, we went and had a lot of fun all day. And I remember maybe it was like 9 in the morning, and we got back around 5:30 or 6 at night. And as soon as we walked into the door, the first thing she did was run back into the bathroom again and checked her pee stick. And as a 16-year-old, not a 16-year-old in this generation right now, today, a 16-year-old about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 16-year-old something inside of me just broke. And I just wanted to help so much. I just wanted to, if I could be able to have children, I just wanted to help her so much, because that just made me so sad. And at that age, I didn't know that there was an actual word for it, the surrogate. I just knew that if I could, I wanted to carry a baby for them. Fast forward, I kind of forgot about the idea of being a surrogate. And, even today, like, I have 6 sisters, and, 2 of them got married for 10 years and didn't have any children. So it was, it was kind of daunting. I thought that I didn't know if I could have children, which is really weird because my mom had all of us, and then my sisters couldn't have children. And so it was just kind of worrisome, like I didn't know much about this infertility, about women having issues with infertility, and I'm not going to go into any of those topics or conversations because, it's sensitive. And I'm thankful that I can have children. It's one of the things that I've always wanted. And so, when I got married, that was that was my whole goal. My whole goal was to get married, have children, have a life, have a family, something normal, quiet. And so the first time after I had my first son, I remembered that I wanted to be a surrogate. And I asked the doctors if I could, and the doctors said not to do surrogacy until after I was done having all my children, because there were complications. And so I kind of lost the idea again, and then I had my second son, and after my second son, my marriage didn't work out, so we got a divorce about a year ago. And well, not a divorce, but we separated about a year ago. And after that, I was kind of upset, and kind of just wondering what happened in the marriage and everything, and kind of wanted to just make sure that I didn't want any more children with any other person, because I didn't want my kids to have that competition of me possibly getting remarried, having more children, and then now having different dads. I just did not want that, and I still do not want that. So I wanted to find a more permanent solution to that, versus just staying on birth control, because why am I going to go through, the agony of birth control if I knew I didn't want any more kids? So I was like, I'm going to get my tubes tied. And normally when you get your tubes tied, it's kind of hard to, I'm sorry, I need to blow my nose. So sorry. But since it's supposed to be real, this is what I'm gonna do. Hand sanitizer. I wanted a more permanent solution, and something inside of me, there was a voice that was like, why are you gonna do that? Remember, you wanted to be a surrogate. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So literally, I Googled surrogacy agencies in where I'm living right now, because I wanted to stay local. I didn't want to do anything like crazy traveling. So I Googled where I'm living, and I thought it was local, and apparently it's not. So, I had to go out of state for this process, and it's okay. And then one of my sisters was a paralegal, so I asked her to check and make sure that it was a legit thing. And, she said it was okay. So I proceeded with the whole process, and here I am. You know, a lot of people were asking, you know, the first question that the agency asked me was if I have a good support system. And all I have to say is through the divorce, as a Hmong woman, I thought that I was going to be shunned by my family, by my parents. And honestly, I never felt more love from my family. And it's hard, you know, growing up in a big family. When I say big, there were 9 siblings, and the competition of having life, it's a lot of pressure. And then to be so vulnerable like this, for my life to come crashing down and feel like I failed. My family was really there for me, especially my mom. My mom, I tell people a lot of this. A lot of people don't know her, and so they just see her as this scary. She runs the family. She runs my dad, and the thing is, she doesn't run my dad. It looks like that on the outside, but she still comes at night and asks my dad for the decision making. And yes, my mom is a scary one, and my dad normally gives in to everything. So really, all the approval that I needed was from my mom. And it's weird for a Hmong divorcee to be pregnant again and not be married. There's a lot of talk. There's gonna be a lot of people talking, questioning why I'm not married and I have a child again. And the thing is, for me, like, at this point in this generation that I'm taking advantage of, I don't care what people are gonna think about me. I'm doing what I want to do, and what I'm doing is I feel like it's not a bad thing. I feel like it's something that I can do for other people. I can really help build someone else's family, whereas, I tried to build mine and it didn't work. So I really, and the other thing too is me helping somebody else have a child, and people are like, so you're just gonna abandon this child? And it's like, no, like, some people don't understand how much a couple needs to go through to have this baby. To me, after everything that this couple has been through to get to today is a lot. And that just shows me that they will do anything for this baby. And I mean, that shows more than what I did for my babies. I mean, I dated, we went on dates, we got engaged, we got married, and that was the ultimate test to see if me and the partner that I chose to get married to could have kids, could raise kids. And that is nothing compared to what any couple that looks for a surrogate needs to go through to get to this stage. So finishing off there, that's kind of what I wanted to do, and hopefully I can figure out how to make these videos better. I don't know. It's not like I want anything out of these videos more than to just kind of journal, what's going on. I do like to journal, but I'm trying these vlogs. It seems like it's more easy. I mean, it just seems like it's easier, more convenient. So, tune in for next time.